嗯，等一下。好，那不管了。等一下，我看一下。哇，不会按。哇，这怎么按掉？哇，这怎么用回去啊？哇，等，这怎么用回去啊？哇！那我 OBS 刚刚，哇！啊，又拖回去了啊！吓死人了！哦，好，没事。好，来，大家早上好，那我们来继续啦。线下有解一些啦，解蛮多的。然后我们来继续，我们就继续冲主线吧。等一下，我戴个眼镜。不知道剧情还有多长感觉还很长好，我们来继续啦。一个21等的，先解一下21等的。刚刚去买了黑糖珍珠鲜奶，好喝。任务是哪里啊？这个吧，我们好像先去这个吧。有点累。
Hello there.
Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. Well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
真远啊，这里。我之前有为了让那个，等一下那个，算了，没人问就算了。反正我走到这边过了。好像还有敌人呢、啊，靠，不是清光了吗？算了，先到这边好了，再飞过去。
Away! Faster, Highwing! Revelio.
有气球啊！
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here.
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
You said this would repair the chasm between the two of you. How did you not expect him to react this way?
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Cock. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen. Either by the eye above the enchanted door, or a loitering loyalist.
等一下，那个男生跟我说他会讲，结果根本就不会讲，只会什么烂人啊！这个也太烂了吧！所以我妈隐形吗？
Clever.
Revelio.
还可以在隐藏情况下那个。
The door is looking at us.
我还可以在隐形的情况下用那个魔法哎。矿坑之眼。
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected. Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we? I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
These machines operate on steam. Interesting.
Confringo.
所以这里到底有没有敌人？他刚刚说不要被什么追随者看到。
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine.
好吵这个。
Accio, Guardian Leviosa.
这是妖精哎。
I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
快过来，走慢点。
Keep your wits about you, Amit. I'll get you through this mine.
I'll be quiet.
追随者刺客。
Matter of time till Ranrock sets things right. Watch your step.
跳跃。
Cannot know there was a human here. You can't stop us. You think this is funny? No!
That's the last loyalist. That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word.
Yes, of course.
Revelio.
箱子上去了。
Accio.
哦，这里这里。喂，
Revelio.
那怎么是？诶，那怎么上去了？算了。哦，这里。
Confringo. Accio.
哎，开了，完全摸不着什么头绪。
Akio.
Like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
A schematic? I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Revelio.
Clever.
Revelio.
有人在上面，这里是干嘛？这应该是离开的路吧？我们上去看看。
Revelio.
靠腰嘞！
Someone's here.
Descendo.
靠，我只是。哇！我只是碰一下而已，隐藏碰一下，他就是，哦，死不烂判定啊！
Revelio.
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed. I'm quite good at sneaking about. You'll see. If I'm translating this
Revelio.
correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
We're close to a breakthrough. I can...
Urban. I'm a goblin, not a toy! Rubber up, why he's coming back this way? Let's get this over with. Find it!
Descendo!
我靠，然后。 等下要怎么恢复啊？忘记了。CV。
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected.
要怎么吃啊？忘记了。哦，G 哦。
Revelio.
Another schematic. What are they going to build? Mine is too small for whatever it is.
Revelio. Revelio.
走哪里啊？
Revelio.
按错键啊！按错了。什么冰冻咒啊？我哪有冰冻咒啊？哎呦，我好像，我好像有冰冻咒。这个。哎，我都没使用过哎。就快点过去！没事啦，没事啦。 没有吗？
I was right not to be worried about you.
Revelio.
要死！
Ramrod's vision of goblins ruling over wizards will be fulfilled.
Don't wish to be seen doing.
Ah, but if you don't fill up so much, you can actually go further. It's true. Eat a big meal, you'll be slowed down, but
本来在上面是
swift. But who wants to be swift? Hello?
Ramrod will lead us to victory!
One less human to worry. That was meant for me.
Glacier. Cinder. Cinder.
Seems your art isn't it, lizard top? Much don't do that again, I beg you. I can do this for hours.
Cinder. Cinder. Glacier.
Are you rather unwise? Pity, not quite. Not quite.
这边是不好用。
Oh, very good.
Boy.
That should be the last of them, our meat. Revelio.
哦，可以从这边上去哦。我也想说，怎么打他嘞？懒得隐藏了。哎，打不开吗？
Revelio.
啊，是不是又要烧啊？哦，那怎么上去啊？
Closer. Accio.
你那个炉嘞？
Lumos.
Lumos!
诶，诶，那个炉在哪里啊？就是那个要点火那个炉，诶，这边没看到啊。
Devil's Snare.
哦，这个
Not an entanglement we're moving there. Confront. Revelio. Confringo.
Confringo， 怎么这边还有敌人？
Revelio.
诶，在哪里呀？锅炉是在这边。
Confringo.
现在不是这里。
Glacier.
Yes, of course.
Revelio.
"就在另外一边呢。
Revelio. Confringo.
走过去看看啊。
Revelio. Bombarda.
No matter how.
That's the
Revelio.
It's unfortunate, really. I'd imagine most goblins to be brilliant and kind.
哦，这边有得烧啊。
Revelio.
完了，卡关，我不知道怎么回事。 哦，这里有眼睛呐、啊！哎，干嘛？有眼睛哦！我现在刚刚没注意到。靠，原来是眼睛哦！我以为想说准备动力。
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found.
妈，他们也要做砖头。
There must be a quicker way out of here than retracing our steps.
你刚刚说什么话？走原路回去啊，不是吗？可是那个好像不是原路哎、这边可以走吗？感觉也只能走原路回去啊。我想说奇怪，怎么不能动？让我吓一跳。喂，我想说不理他哎、
Can we please talk about what... Can we please talk...
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
话说那个地图上这个有草这个吗？梅林试炼我都没有解，因为听说解那个时候才那个你背包的那个才能扩充。
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
你这样怎么穿起来感觉很丑啊？哎，这个我要穿这个。好，穿这样子，这样子还比较好看。来，送你一只植物啦！送你一株植物。
Revelio.
I thought my owl might pique your interest.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so distracted by the scriptorium and Slytherin's book that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing. I say we take them head on. Let's bury some enemies.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
Revelio.
We must remain unseen.
There they are, up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
Next time I see pig or the
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Ranrock's loyalists are out for blood.
太多了吧？其实好像虽然说是这样说啦，这个是你怎么动的？
Lumos.
Lumos.
不会是我们要走这边吧？是。看这里是不是在拿东西？这是什么？弓箭。
Revelio.
What I wouldn't give for a cup of mushroom tea.
Who's
Who's there?
Revelio.
Hmm.
One of the best meals I've ever eaten.
Oh, 我这样子跑步，他们都不会发现呢。
You should know better than that by now. We've all told you before, and look what happens when you don't listen.
That was
好
unimpressive.
呀，
Ranrock will unite us. Thank you for that.
Rather unwise coming back in. I won't.
All of Ranrock's loyalists deserve the same
Revelio.
fate. Nice work.
哇，为什么我要太多了？哇，装备都好烂。
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
Once again, we could fight our way through, or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose.
Perhaps we can find an alternate route up ahead.
Sneaking around has its appeal.
这里不会是什么宝箱吧？
Revelio.
We're making quick progress.
哎，我这边进入哦。哦，有进入的话就不打了，我不打也是可以啦，没什么差。
For better or for worse, we're in.
Silent as a grave.
This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a
What the
spider to
hell？
prey
这
on.
怎么打叉叉啊？
Somebody there? Hello?
Bring me a dozen humans to battle. I'll take them all. Run the other way when they see me, humans do. Every time. Ready to fight? No! I will make it. I won't rest.
How many Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want.
That ledge is awfully high. Any ideas?
Confringo! Wingardium Leviosa! It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or the soulless eyes, or the venomous fangs, or any number of endearing qualities, really.
Smashing.
Should have thought to conjure stairs.
Revelio. Confringo.
这能干嘛？
That bridge has seen better days.
Wingardium Leviosa. Reparo.
哇，什么鬼？哇！
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
Revelio.
We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at
打
that.
叉叉是怎么事？
Ranrock's loyalists have all but declared war.
靠！
Confringo.
你刺人怎样？过去吗？
Revelio. Confringo.
什么意思啊？上去，哦，上去。
Confringo.
We've still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction at that.
We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
Revelio.
无锡啊！
Gone on too long. Such
靠腰。
arrogance.
You're not even trying.
You're making this too easy. Just get it. Your little magazines, once you... Your acrobatics will only postpone the inevitable.
We're not finished yet.
It's almost as if they were waiting.
Confringo.
cleared the room.
Don't know why Gryffindors get credit for bravery. We Slytherins are teeming with it.
And we're much more fun to fight with.
Revelio.
什么啊？
Now.
Revelio.
Have a look around in peace.
Confringo.
要一起按。
A rune symbol above the cabin door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it.
看来是要一起按。
Wasn't expecting that. What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel more of this mystery.
Sebastian, I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganach was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the Keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
His are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts. And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Marrenweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
Someone who knows Ranrock personally. They asked me not to mention their name to anyone.
A goblin? Tell me I'm wrong. You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins.
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
You don't know what you're saying. Take a breath for a moment.
Oh, I know precisely what I'm saying. Unbelievable.
不然他是怎么回事？反正我也没打算讨好你啦。
You'll never believe what I've learned.
什么东西？这是干嘛？
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
我记得奥米尼斯他很讨厌黑魔法。
We need to tell him. He's the reason we found the book, and he deserves to know what you've learned.
You've seen how he frets about the dark arts. I promise, I'll tell him when I found the relic. When I know more, I shall send an owl.
I have thrilling news.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
被听到了。
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I appreciate you telling Sebastian not to keep this from me, but going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further, but if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
所以，哎呦，笑掉。校长致辞，天空才是极限。扫把强化，哎，扫帚强化，哎。这么近。哇，这个走这么远啊！ 我就飞的地方更远。地图密室啊靠！那我直接飞去地图密室就好了。没看到，我没看到地图密室这个4个字。
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. We'll find
进
some
去
way
校
to get
校
in.
长办公室哦。
I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
为了完成试炼，要潜入校长办公室。好，开始吧。可是现在没任务哎。
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
贝格教授的办公室。可能要请费格教授把那个校长引开吧，我们再进去。这个是最简单的方法，最快的方法。那个一下。
Anne is getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the catacomb.
Professor Fig, the keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. All right. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I've actually met Scrope, but I'm not sure he'll tell me. He's rather devoted to the Black family.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the Ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
Whoa.
How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
与古川夫人谈谈死瓜铺。
Do you have a moment, Professor? Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student...
When I witnessed what passes for magic in these halls, I simply mourn for the future of the wizarding world.
不会觉他不会觉得
Greetings. I mean,
不会觉得怪
out of
怪
my
的
way, children.
What could the headmaster want?
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all.
Professor Black, how are you, sir?
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's. Chewing with your...
Something is very wrong with her.
Professor, a word? Professor Black, again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
I should think you'd have better things to do with your time. Now, where's my elf?
Good day, Professor. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a headmaster?
这样子是怎么回事啊？不知道怎么拿着。
Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror? Of course you haven't.
好像很多人讨厌这校长。
I hope it's not about anything I've been doing.
Stand proud, purebloods. The future is yours.
Professor, I need to speak to you. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
你不会觉得很可疑吗？
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig? I shall never understand that man.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Professor Black is happy with Scrope's performance as his house elf. There's no doubt in Scrope's mind.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
靠，我真不知道哎。
But certainly I remember. It's still stronger together, no?
Master has made Scrope laugh.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Ah, yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pure.
There is another matter, Scrope. I confiscated this filthy diary from a student. It smells of squid and seawater.
Oh, Apollonia's diary. That is quite a surprise, Master. What do you wish Scrope to do with this treasure? Rubbish.
Whatever you wish, Scrope. It's your treasure. Now, off with you.
我靠，这个他的当个精灵好可怜哦。
Polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
他躲藏什么意思
啊 Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now, to speak the password to the gargoyle.
I think I know how and where to approach the centaurs about protecting the Snidgets. Meet me in the Forbidden Forest.
校长办公室，我哪知道在哪里啊？
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. Toujours pure. Revelio. I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio.
上面的样子。
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time? Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio.
哎呦，这是可以上去，那应该，靠，怎么这边还有啊？这么多锁。
Alohomora.
这个好像都快坏掉了，这个锁，快风化一样。
Revelio.
我不会考虑调整霍格华兹的招生流程。哦，这里是干嘛？没什么东西啊，烂了这里。
Revelio.
不能解吗？
That must be the pedestal. Where am I? Professor Fitzgerald, can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me. The first in this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
啊！一开始怎么样？穿过小镇而不被发现。
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
I'd best move while I can. Neve must be here somewhere. I need to time this just right. see. A staircase straight ahead.
七。这边可不可以储存？ 不能储存，然后储存一下。
A ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there. This is my chance. I'm coming, Neve. Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can. That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them. Nothing this way but more danger. There must be another way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way. Oh, closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose.
这不可以跳上去吗？我很好奇，这可以跳上去吗？来，先储存试看看，看可不可以跳上去。为什么还是在校长办公室？ 还是他就站不动啊？可怎么还有一只啊？这应该就不会，这只应该就不会动了。
Now's my chance. That's the way forward.
什么斗篷？隐形斗篷吗？
Can this be?
真的哎
I think I'm invisible.
诶，怎么走那边？ 这样子我应该就不怕鬼了吧？
They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them.
不要撞到，应该就没事。
This is the way forward. Finally free. Now, where are you, Neve?
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide.
Huh?
Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
所以下直接去战斗就对了。画面有点那个。
I've never felt such power.
啊，只有这几个哦。 就有这4招。哎呦！靠！
Revelio.
别打了。哎靠！ 靠！2000多1万多，好痛！还有。 所以做还是要把3怪打掉。看到。 哇，哭啊！难打啊，这里水狂喝哎！如果我水不多就难打了。
Stone. This must be for me.
不好意思，我刚刚以为是要聚起，所以我就闭着眼睛休息一下，因为我有点困，不知道为什么在这边直播的画面超累格。
You are far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead.
I can't believe she's dead.
Oh, poor Neve. Gone so young.
We won't be the same without her.
什么是死神啊？
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self. But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable, wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. in the wrong
You
hands.
saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
它是不是坏掉了？
This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
我觉得他拥有很绝对的力量之后，开始失控的感觉。喂，不要搞这样子啊！那我当我举起到一半就跳 game 了，哇！那我会不会要重看啊？哇，怎么回事啊？怎么更新的时候变这样子？哎，等一下，我先关掉画面。完了，我不知道他读取，我不知道它储存在哪里。完了，哭了，完蛋了。
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable,
wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong hands.
You saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
in. Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
所以他是给我看啊，那女生快要暴走了，快要失控了，是这样吗？
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young. I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed. Was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I found it disturbing. But how did she gain power from it? How did she harness it?
It was disturbing. Although, I wonder that you are asking about her power. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizard kind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was, and she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragbor.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
所以他把他灌醉。啦，有一个试炼完成啦。升级。其实天赋到后面我也有点不知道点什么，因为这个很少在用。这个穿透觉得没什么意思。 它这个点板会不会就是它完全落到跟一个智障一样？说不定是不是会不会落到就是我在他前面他也看不到我？也太久了吧！再不点爆，点爆的话就是都可以快速爬照了。
I shouldn't have reacted so bitterly about your goblin friend. I apologize. I hope we can finish what we started with the triptych. Please meet me at the southern coast. We can search for the final canvas piece.
威斯理教授怎么威斯理教授没讲话？还是信封打开，没讲话。中国咬人花舞。啊，我明白了。
Deke has some exciting news to share.
+87耶！86哎，89哎，去武器轴。好了，先到这啦，休息啦。剩下部分就明天有时间我再来继续玩。好，那我们就下次见，拜拜。